or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're going to give you what you want.
That's not what I want.
Yeah. Welcome. Hope you're all enjoying this Thursday, man. AEW Air Order. Man, on this beautiful Thursday in June. And beautiful June weather. I hope you're all doing good, man. Having a good day. Yeah. Later than usual, earlier than I moved the time back. But welcome to my channel for wrestling and sports channel, latest SmackDown for your wrestling and sports fans. We're not going to talk about everything that happened this week. Okay? That's not how we're going to do it. But we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, things that happened. And some news. Now, I did not see Dynamite last night, okay? That you all know. I did not see Dynamite. And I haven't really caught up much on Dynamite yet from AEW. So I gotta go look back on the AEW and get caught up on that from Dynamite. So, okay, from AEW. Exciting thing. Kind of. Okay. So, okay, man. I got the links in here. We're going to talk about what we see up there on the title. The Riot 6. I guess that's what they're called. I don't know. What does this mean? McMahon to AEW. Goldberg wants to have one more match. He said it multiple times. I sound like I'm sick? Let me see. Oh, I know what happened. The echo thing is gone. Yeah, I think my mic is fixed. That means my mic is fixed. All right. 6-6, whatever. 6-6. All right, so like, share, subscribe, do all that. Do all that, please. Do all that. All right, man. Let's get into this. Yeah. So, so is Chad Gable dead or alive? No, I don't have enough people here to do a poll. If I had a lot of people watching me, I'll put up a poll and ask people, is Chad Gable dead or alive? And then I'll do a follow-up question based on the results of that poll, if he comes back as a ghost or a zombie. But, and I only have red here, and red to be like the only one voting. So, it would be 100% on red. Would be 100%. And I don't want that. I want, okay? I don't want that. Brother. You know something, brother. Oh, sorry. Wait. Oh, so, yeah, all right, man. I ain't watching Impact. Probably should. I guess it's because NXT. I guess the NXT crossover. But fuck that. Yeah. And I know a guy in our chat, John Long, who's the number one Joe Henry fan, is gonna rub it in my face if he appears in the chat. Because Joe Henry appeared on NXT this past Tuesday with Frankie Kazarian. Yeah, Frankie Kazarian finally showed up on WWE TV with the TNA crossover. Don't know if he does appear here, red. You know who's you know what his first message will be. What's he gonna say? You know what's gonna happen. Disrespectful to Frankie Kazarian. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's get into this, guys. Let's really get into this, man. Because that's what we're here for. We're here for what we have up here. Yeah. Correct. All correct. Also, later tonight, I do have another stream. It's it's not a wrestling stream, but I do have another stream later tonight on my main channel. Yeah, all right, let's get into this. I'll have to take off the banner because you can't see the bottom. So all right, we finally got the reveal of the family. I'm gonna call him family. Vin Diesel's voice. After a bunch of teasers, we finally get the reveal of what all the teasers are about: the QR codes, what appears on our TV screens, the cutting in and out, all that. We finally have a reveal this past Monday Night Raw. Okay. And on this reveal, what happens? They play the Bray Wyatt's music, the Fiend's music, the same one when Bray Wyatt signed back with WWE in late 2022 and came at the end of 2022 Extreme Rules. It's basically the same kind of music and the same kind of I guess intro a little bit at the beginning, but then we see Abigail. Abigail's on the bottom. Now all these characters are playing manifestations of the puppets that Bray Wyatt the Fiend used to have. So these are all going to be the manifestations of the puppets now. So you see Abigail on the bottom. That's Sister Abigail now. Right? I'll tell you who she's playing. I'll tell you who's being played by. But if you watch wrestling, you know. If you know the wrestling report, if you pay attention to the dirt sheets, the rumors, the scoops, you know who the bottom is. Who's playing Abigail? And then on the left, you got the pig, the pig manifestation. On the top left, you got Rambling Rabbit, the one they always, the joke. The Rambling Rabbit is that he always dies, right? He always dies in those backstage skits, vignettes, whatever. And on the right, we got the buzzard, kind of like a vulture. The buzzard, follow the buzzards, the manifestation of the buzzard. And then in the middle, we've got Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy, who obviously the last time you seen Uncle Howdy was about a year and a half ago. Unfortunately, things tragically did not work out. Obviously, because Bray Wyatt's tragic passing in around last year, and around September, October 2023. Also, remember Bray Wyatt around WrestleMania time was off TV dealing with health issues. Also, that Brock Lesnar did not want to work with them, but that's not. But that wasn't the reason why they kept him off TV. It's because he had health issues, and tragically, sadly, passed away months later. I know that they've been divorced for a while. Okay. Now, so we know. So who's playing these 5 characters? Okay. Who's playing these 5 characters? Okay. So, like I said, Abigail on the bottom. That's Nikki Cross. I think it's so obvious that's Nikki Cross because you could tell by the body shape in the hairstyle that's Nikki Cross or Nikki Ash, but whatever. That's Nikki Cross. I think that's obvious. And I got Wizard here. What's up, Wizard?
Hello.
What are you on Monday?
I saw you had other people, and I was like, I was enjoying my break. Tony gave me a break, and I'm like playing Red Dead 2. I'm like, I don't want to work.
Hey, Wizard. On this show, this is a break. It's not work. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Tony's show is work. Okay.
Yeah.
Tony's show. All right. So yeah, so on the bottom, that's obviously Nikki Cross. Red.
Mhm.
Yeah. Remember,
No. She is. She's thick. She's thicky. Thicky Cross.
Remember, the original plan was for Bray Wyatt to be one. Bray Wyatt's personality was supposed to be Abigail back in years ago.
Really, canonically, Sister Abigail lost weight. Really.
Yes, that's true. On the left, that's Joe Gacy's playing the pig. Joe Gacy, formerly of NXT. On the right, that's Dexter Lumis. Yes,
Mhm.
the zombie Dexter Lumis was once married. Well, he wasn't a zombie, but like a serial killer, stalker. Once married to Indy Hartwell, who hasn't been seen in over a year because there's really nothing to do with that character. Is now the Buzzard. Okay, and on the left,
Mercy
the Buzzard. On the left, we got Ramsey Rabbit, played by the returning Eric Rowan. And you can tell it's Eric Rowan because he's kind of tall. And the way he holds the hammer, because Eric Rowan, one point, him and Luke Harper were kind of Bludgeon Brothers. I don't know why. And they kind of brought hammers down to the ring. So that's Eric Rowan. And in the middle, that's Bo Dallas' Uncle Howdy. And this is all right. We all knew the original plan was a year ago was Bo Dallas to come back as Uncle Howdy while his brother was alive. And doing Uncle Howdy / Bray Wyatt, that storyline and all that. That was the original plan. Obviously, like I said about 5 minutes ago, tragedy struck with the Rotunda family and especially Bray Wyatt, and that kind of derailed a lot of stuff. I mean, that affected a lot of stuff. They were intentionally this group was not supposed to debut today. Let's just say that, okay? Or Monday, not today, Monday, okay? We know this. We know if you pay attention to wrestling the last 2 years, this group was not supposed to debut today. On Monday, I said I did again. I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna take this picture away. And it's been confirmed that on WWE that Chad Gable will not participate in the Money in the Bank ladder match. He's being replaced by Ilya Dragunov.
He's dead. He's dead now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think him re-signing was a lie, and he's gone now. They wrote him off.
He's gonna go to AEW. They're gonna be like, "Hey, are you supposed to be dead? You can call me Zombie Gable now." Zombie Chad. That's actually
Zombie G.
Zombie G. Ghost G. Ghost G, man. Yo, they call me Ghost G now. Down in
Ghost G with the most D.
Smiley Mask of Manhunt. Yeah. So now we don't know, guys. We don't know what the plans are for these guys. Okay, they're here to create a ruckus. Obviously, they're here to make a statement. They took out Chad Gable. They took out production the bat by taking out a bunch of enhancement talent. I guess producers and all this other stuff.
Triple H was in there.
Yeah, Triple H, obviously, because he's. Now the thing is, since none of these guys got over as single stars, will this help them? Will being in this faction help them? Because I can tell you right now, people are intrigued with this. These characters are not necessarily title type people. They could be like Undertaker for a while. Where Undertaker for a while in his early days, he did win a championship in his first few years, like first, second a year, and lost it very quickly to Hogan. But for a while, Undertaker never won the title. That's what these characters are like. These characters don't necessarily need titles because these characters, this kind of gimmick, this kind of horror like gimmick, don't always
Mhm.
necessarily don't need really belts on it involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Wizard.
Well, I think with what I'm looking at with this is that they're not going to do it supernatural. I think because that's been done. I think with the Wyatt 6 and it's SICKS,
Yeah,
that
the
it's
White
more like
Six.
they're just a deranged group, kind of bringing it sort of back to its cultish roots. They're not going to, because even with this, there wasn't magic involved. There was a little bit with the fog machine, if you want to go with like kayfabe, but otherwise they beat up these people. They didn't teleport in; they showed up. So
Yeah, they didn't tell. Oh, yeah.
it'll help them a little bit. Plus, you have the faction spreading to the division where Nikki Cross can not really win a belt, but when Alexa's back, they can win the tag belts again. Or you have Joe Gacy and Loomis that can win the Raw tag titles. Maybe Howdy wins the Intercontinental. Like, you can kind of give them gold, but not put them in the main event scene unless you want it.
I Chatty Daddy got shot. He didn't get shot. He probably got hit. Who was the one near? Who was in the area near? Which one was near Chad Gable? Which because they were all different areas.
It was Rowan.
He maybe got hit by the
Yeah, he got bludgeoned.
bludgeon. Yeah. Help. Get the help.
Yeah.
And
then Bo has one of the Fiend's gloves on.
Is Eric Rowan gonna die over and over again? No, because that's what the Rabbit was known for.
Well, I mean, that's why the Rabbit. That's why Rambling Rabbit is carrying the mallet this time.
Yeah. But I know. No, they did not say this. They did not say this team's gonna be on Raw. This faction is gonna be on Raw. I assume they might show up on SmackDown.
I don't know. Well, did you see where they possibly invaded earlier today?
Yeah, Pat McAfee.
Yeah, Pat McAfee show. So it's like he commentates on Raw. So
yeah. Well, he's gonna get. Oh, Joe Henry. He's a comedian. He's a comedian wrestler.
Well, I thought I'm can already guess, Jan, what you're gonna put Saturday in that. Why did WWE bury Joe Hendry? He was only in the Battle Royal for like a little bit, and they buried him. Right? You're gonna might as well ask that now because I know you're gonna ask it on Saturday.
Why are they having Trick Williams versus like a nobody at Heatwave for the title? Like seriously, like, this guy's like
who is it?
Better.
Isn't it? Or it's
I don't know
who won the Battle Royal.
It was that I forget his name.
Did Ethan Page win it?
Are you stuck in traffic? It's not Ethan Page. It was the guy Ethan Page fought in the main event.
Well, it looks like how the show ended. It's going to be a fatal 4-way.
Of course.
At Heatwave.
Well, it is going to be in Toronto, and Ty Dillinger and Ethan Page are both Canadian.
Yeah. That looks like what it's going to.
Sean Spears.
Yeah.
It's going to be funny though. It's going to be funny. 2 former AEW guys in an NXT title match.
Yeah. I know. So Joe was tossed out by Kazarian, who he's feuding with on TNA. So it's like, if anything, it helps the TNA storyline. And he still got like a big focus. I think he even got like a backstage promo too after he was eliminated. And their news coming out is that they're all high on him. So
no, they'll never put the NXT title on a TNA guy. Why?
Unless they're like 100% sure that they're gonna immediately leave their contract in time. Like if it's someone who's like their contract ends that week, then it'll be like, oh my god, he just won the belt, and
Sorry.
oh, his contract ended, so he resigns
I'm
anyway.
sorry. I'm gonna say this politely, John. It's not just for Joe Henry, but put the NXT title on a TNA superstar will not help TNA at all because they're NXT talent. You need something from the main roster. That might get help get TNA. You know what?
Not gonna hurt him.
No, it's not gonna hurt them. But you know what WWE is really doing with TNA? You know they're not there to really help TNA. You know what they're doing with TNA? They're scouting. They're scouting. They're looking at talent that they want. Like Jordan Grace. You don't think when Jordan Grace's contract is up, WWE is going to go, yeah, we liked it here. You liked it here too. I mean, come on. That's what WWE is there. That's what they're doing this partnership. Get a closer look. It's just scouting, man. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
Jan is saying, how do you address the allegations that you do not believe in Joe Henry, Aaron? Do you believe in Joe Henry?
No.
You do not believe in Joe Henry?
You want to know my honest opinion about NXT, the men's division? NXT, since they lost some of the talent to the main roster on the male side.
That's not what I'm asking.
Great.
I'm asking if you believe in Joe Henry.
No.
Oh, I'm asking. Jan says
No.
you do not believe in Joe Henry.
Joe Henry should go to AEW. Needed to confirm. TJ later confirmed.
No breaking the kayfabe, Red. He's in Transylvania.
Yeah. Red. Who are
Eastern
you
Europe.
really? Red.
He's Vivent.
Becky Lynch. I heard of Seth Rollins at Becky Lynch to your house. They kick your ass.
Shoot. I'd take that over Red. I should start insulting Becky more.
Okay, so where were we? Yeah, let's talk about them again. Still about them again. All right, so Nikki, aka Abigail, Sister Abigail. Remember
Abby the Witch. It's mainly they're going for the puppet version, so it's Abby the Witch.
Remember people wanted
Paige, Liv Morgan was thrown around. Back in the day, it was Summer Rae. Bray Wyatt's actual sister, Bray and Bo's actual sister, was thrown around too.
No, she's not. No, she didn't. She's never gone into the business. Why would she do that?
Yeah, but it would just be the idea that she would appear and do the spooky arm waving thing. Like, no one has to wrestle. Her Sister Abigail wrestling was always going to ruin that character because the idea is just that Sister Abigail was just a person that was close to Bray that like taught him all of his dark things that he talked about.
It turned out to be it was supposed to be another personality of Bray.
Well, if you go with the lore, because I'm the keeper of the Bray Wyatt lore, so like Sister Abigail was a person that existed, right?
It was supposed to be the demon Finn Balor versus Sister Abigail.
Yeah,
I think
so. Sister Abigail was a person that existed that like taught him all these his warped view of the world came from Sister Abigail's teachings. That's like what he talked about in his early promo days when he was the cult leader Bray Wyatt. That was where that came from.
Yeah.
And then Sister Abigail died, and kind of like, so he just had her teachings and all that. Then it became like, oh, I can feel her spirit and all that. So then that was the spirit that's where they got more spooky with it. And then it was Randy Orton burnt the house down.
Yes,
that freed the spirit of Sister Abigail from the house, but also made it like vengeful. So then it possessed Bray. And that's how you got into him dressing up as Sister Abigail, doing all that. And then Bray fell into the lake of reincarnation, and that removed Sister Abigail from him. And so it makes him sane. It cleanses the darkness from him, but Bray still went crazy. So his darkness was pushed into the Fiend, and so that's when his darkness was pushed into the Fiend, and so then his return with the Shatter theme, his last run, they were going to play with the fact that he was more insane and more like had split personalities. That's why he wanted to play. Yeah. He himself wanted to play every member of the Funhouse, even Abby the Witch again, and that was what the Wyatt 6 was originally going to be. It was all the 6 were all him, and then he
remember,
he couldn't do it, and so now I think with the Wyatt 6 now, that's why they're not going to full spooky level. It's just more like they're deranged.
They're even teasing Uncle Howdy was supposed to be him too.
Yeah, originally, like that was his very first appearance. He was obviously Bray in the mask or whatever, and then he even said like, "I am Uncle Howdy," and then Uncle Howdy appeared for real, and it was like, what is happening? That Uncle Howdy took him a long time for them to get figured out. We still don't know what the heck Uncle Howdy is. They never fully explained that. That's why he's like he's enigmatic, and he's creepier because we still don't know who Uncle Howdy is.
I mean, that's because like we want to know. It's been such a long time since we saw Uncle Howdy, and we want to know how.
The last time we canonically saw him was when Alexa lost her match. He appeared on the screen. That's why no matter what, if Alexa comes back, she has to be attached to Uncle Howdy, at least in the beginning, because canonically in kayfabe she left with Uncle Howdy. So
that's the last time we saw Alexa too.
Yeah,
that's the same event too. World Rumble 2023. That's the last time we saw her. It's a. Hi, Uncle Howdy. This is obviously like a dangerous supernatural guy, kind of a cult.
I don't think they're gonna do supernatural with this though. I think with the way they're playing this, it's like one of those masked costume like metal bands, but they're gonna be like just deranged. Like it's gonna be kind of like Sanity, like when Nikki Cross was in Sanity on NXT. I feel like that'll be Triple H doing Black and Gold Sanity.
This is more insane than that group. That group.
Yeah, but it's like grounded. It's not like spooky, like it's not magic. So far there was no magic and theatrical like stuff. It'll be more like these are like demented weird, like even like Abby the Witch, her costume, Nikki's costume is made up of like socks on her arm sleeves are like socks, like they're real people wearing costumes.
What's like? I don't know. It's kind of like those horror movies where you have like these strange, very insane people that are like in a part of the family, and they wear masks and they wear certain kind of clothing masks. That's just like
or like
they trap people in their homes. They'll kidnap.
Like the strangers.
Strangers, kind of like strangers. Kind of like that.
Yeah, like that seems they're bringing it back to the cult roots, like because that's what everyone wanted was the more grounded cult Wyatt again, and they're doing that with like some like metal bands, like the costumed metal bands and stuff like that. Like they're kind of running with that. I don't think they're gonna go full like this is magic and here's this and that, unless if they're doing it, they'll save it for like a fiend type character. If the costume designer is gonna put on the fiend costume,
if they become demonic like and they have magic powers, I'm gonna be like, so when did Nikki Cross all of a sudden become? How does she get magic powers? That's
the thing is that it depends on also how they address this when they talk about him. In kayfabe, is that Joe Hendry? Is that Dexter Lumis? Is that Nikki Cross? In kayfabe, or are they just like we'll have to see how, because they also, if it was Vince, they'd recast him, but Triple H likes to kind of tie everything together. So maybe remember Nikki Cross. The last time we saw Nikki Cross, she was doing this weird like spaced out gimmick. Last time we saw Joe Gacy, he was looking for a purpose, so I'm like, you could make it work if you want to. If they want to be like, this is Nikki Cross, this is Joe Gacy. So
it'd be like remember like Alexa Bliss when she fell under Bray Wyatt's spell, and became
even like when when Alexa left, it was just after she lost the match, and then Uncle Howdy appeared on the screen. So it's like it's the
That's
same thing. And
because
maybe he was
Alexa. That's
collecting.
because Alexa betrayed the Fiend at WrestleMania a couple years before. Remember?
Yeah, but
Randy
it was
Orton
more
match?
like it was more
And you know,
like it was like come back to like I'll give you the path. Like we don't know Uncle Howdy's motivations,
we knew
whether
the
he was
Fiend.
pro Bray
We knew
or anti Bray.
we knew that. Yeah, that's true. We knew the Fiend was a guy who based was a case of revenge based on he's the superstars that did wrong to Bray Wyatt, like in the past,
Yeah,
Randy Orton, Braun
he was all
Strowman.
the hate. He was the hatred of Bray Wyatt.
So
Made
he was after
manifest.
people that did him wrong, right? Like Randy Orton,
Yeah.
obviously. Braun Strowman too. Even though Braun Strowman he didn't betray the Wyatt family. Just but what happened with Braun Strowman, they kind of separated from the first draft of 2016. He didn't betray him; they just separated him.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? You can work that in a story. Um, stuff like that. What do you think, Wizard? Yes, you can answer that. What do you think it didn't get over?
Why did the Bo Dallas gimmick not get over? Well, it was Vince. Like anything within that era, Vince didn't probably understand what they were trying to do. I didn't understand because I didn't see on NXT Bo Dallas, so I didn't really know what they were trying to do. I saw Bo at a house show before he debuted, but otherwise, it's like I didn't see him, and yeah.
Why you bring my title in the chat, man? You haven't heard? We'll get. I'll explain why, man. Yeah, Joe Henry is definitely gonna be attention. Over Shane McMahon, over the Wyatt Sick, over Goldberg. Yeah, that's definitely gonna get me more attention, huh? Come on, John. You know. Okay. Okay. I'm glad they mean like they waited very, very long for this. I guess it was the right time. You know, it's been I know they're doing it in honor of Bray. My Watanda, I forget his first name. Whatever, we'll just call him Bray. They're doing this in honor of Bray. I mean, they could easily decide, not to do this. And decide not to do the Uncle Howdy, this faction. They could say, we're going to throw it away because it feels wrong without Bray. They can decide to do that, right? But I think what happened was with WWE, you know what? The Rotundas probably gave him the permission. The father of IRS probably gave him permission. The IRS is the father of Bray. Now obviously it's okay by probably obviously by Bo, even a sister. This is something they asked permission from the family, right?
And in the documentary, the idea is basically letting Bray's like last creation
legacy.
Yeah,
creation.
like it was specifically the last. Like that's why I'm thinking we will see the Fiend one last time, and the Fiend will be played by the costume designer because he's the only guy Bray trusts to put on the costume when he made his re-debut. So I'm thinking that Fiend, that final Fiend evolution,
yes,
we will see at some point because you can teach that guy just to do a mandible claw and just fall and do the mandible claw and hold the guy, and it's like, oh my god, it's the Fiend, but that's impossible. Like you can have that happen at some point, and I think that's where this is really leading up to. They'll run with.
Don't you think that might make that part might make people angry because they shouldn't do that without Bray? They bring the Fiend.
It depends on how the whole thing's going, right?
Yeah.
Like if we're heading into like 4 or 5 months strong of this, and it's like the new bloodline, right? Like everyone's like, we love the Wyatt Six. It's great.
Wizard, it is we see something like that, automatically we react right away. Like we're very reactionary fans, right? In general, not just wrestling, we're very reactionary fans. And then maybe a couple days later, you get a report from like Fightful or Observer, and saying, yeah, they gave the go. The family says okay to do that, something like that. They gave the
Yeah,
go.
like
They gave permission.
if they're doing it, it's because they all
Yeah,
agreed it was okay. Like
which
it would be up to Bo, and it seems that Bo is the one in charge of
he
everything.
doesn't need it, Braun Strowman. This is for people that haven't been
No,
given
I didn't.
respect.
Strowman's kind of a footnote as a Wyatt like he
Yeah,
himself is a Wyatt family member, and he has that. They can feud with Braun, but I wouldn't put Braun with them. He doesn't need it. But no, like
yeah, they
if
can
they
feel
did
it
the
for sure.
Fiend, if they did the Fiend, if this storyline's going really strong and everyone's loving it, then having the Fiend one time, and then it's like the idea would be like this is impossible. How is the Fiend here? Kind of
Yeah,
idea. Um,
yeah,
and then you just do it that one time. Everyone sees the suit. You make a good moment, and then that's it. And then you don't really have to do the Wyatt Six anymore if you don't have to. And then everyone can kind of get their gimmicks back, or like Nikki and Joe and all that. Like that's really my question: is how long will you have these people with this gimmick?
you
Like
know,
Nikki Cross doesn't need this gimmick kind of thing.
she
Like
needed a
she can
change
be
though.
Nikki Cross. Yeah, but
They needed.
she just needed booking. She needed booking was her problem. She did change back to being crazy, but she
No,
needed booking.
what hurt Nikki Cross is Nikki Ash. Oh my god, Nikki Ash, that superhero gimmick. Oh my god, that was
Yeah,
bad.
but yeah, she needed to go back to being crazy more than anything.
Oh my god. um, with Alexa, I mean, like, I don't want I am gonna be. I don't want Alexa to come back. To this I want Alexa to bring back her old gimmick and
Glitter the goddess
and
gimmick or
try
the
to
glitter.
feud and try to maybe try to sway Nikki Cross away from it, and then these two a
Yeah,
feud
but then
between
you're
these
doing
two.
that's early. Okay. So that is good because it's a reverse of what was happening with Alexa and
Yeah,
Nikki
yeah,
during the pandemic.
yeah.
But Alexa herself wants to do the Wyatt stuff. She said that was the most fun she ever had. And I feel like the fans want that
Okay.
too. I know personally that stretch where Alexa was slowly getting like becoming the Harley Quinn like Alexa pre Lily
Yeah.
Doll. Lily Doll ruined it. And pre like super dark Alexa when she was just kind of like had the pigtails and was laughing and doing all that.
Should be coming like
Alexa
yeah.
was so goddamn hot during that
The
night.
problem
I
was the
don't
problem was
I'm
that
just
Alexa had no crowd reaction because there was no real crowd there.
no
So
crowd.
yeah.
But
Okay.
but
You
no,
know
that
what's happened? You guys, this channel's not gonna be. This is not gonna be wrestling anymore. It's gonna be a Joe Henry detractor channel now.
it's not even a Ryback detractor anymore. It's a Joe Henry
No.
detractor.
Yeah, this
But
channel
no,
is
like
dedicated to
that
Joe Henry.
that Alexa gimmick was so over for me personally. I just loved it so much.
I
And
like it too. I
then they
love the
just
idea of having.
yeah.
I love the idea of her having her being a Harley Quinn to the Fiend,
Yeah.
Bray
It was
Wyatt
so
Joker.
good. And
It was.
the problem was they also didn't book that, right? Like she had her matches with people and they played around with the moment and like when that feud with Nikki Cross was great, like the moment where she got hit and like the lights flashed and she went back to her old attire and old hair and was like confused, or like even like
Mhm.
in her head she was wearing her like her dress and all that, and she was like, Nikki, what am I wearing? Like, Nikki, what's happening? And then Nikki's all concerned and then she like turns on her. That was great stuff. They could never do that again because they already did it. Like, so
Stop.
yeah. And an Alexa feud with Abby the Witch, Nikki, would be good
Okay,
if in kayfabe that is Nikki Cross.
we already have riches on the card. Alpha Fire and Out of Dawn. We can have another third one. We can make a coven.
No covens. There's media people don't like the acolyte right now. Doing a witch coven would a lot of people wouldn't like that.
um. Yeah. I don't know. Like Alexa Bliss. I mean, I guess she'll come back the right time. Uh. I kind of have a feeling she might not want to come back to wrestling. I don't know.
She posted a picture of her working out like I'm getting
Yeah.
ready. So that wasn't that long ago.
well, let me tell you, like Alexa Bliss, remember, you know her, man. It's like she was popular as hell. She has a huge fan base, well, stan base. Alexa Bliss. She was dominant for. Oh man, she was one of the most dominant women's champions in the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
She like from 2016 to 2017. She was in 2018. She had the belt so many times in that time. Uh, and people like Alexa Bliss. Uh, all right, let's move on. Okay, okay, John. Why did I say Shane going to AEW? Listen. Shane has a sign with AEW. Okay.
Oh, Shane McMahon, yeah.
Yeah, Shane McMahon. Okay, has a sign with AEW. But why did I put my title? Because there's reports out there
Yeah.
that he contacted a wrestler about joining AEW. And why did I also put that title? Because that's huge. Okay? You don't realize how big of a play, how big of a moment, how big of a history changing moment that would be. Even for wrestling, even for AEW and WWE, because this is a McMahon going to a rival company. Okay? A McMahon. Yes, it's not Vince McMahon. That will never happen. But this is his son. Just the name McMahon in that. Just the name McMahon, okay? Going to a rival company. That will not just make wrestling news, okay? That might make actual entertainment news too. Shane McMahon's going to
I wouldn't go that. I
AEW.
wouldn't go that far.
I think it
A
will.
lot of like entertainment outlets think AEW is WWE. So
That's true too. Yeah, but unless they're smart, they don't realize it's not. But but the thing is, you don't realize how big of like if it ever happens, AEW ratings actually might go up a bit. Might actually go up because there's a McMahon on
yeah,
TV. Okay.
so that's the thing. It's Shane. At the end of the day, it's Shane McMahon. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, Shane McMahon ran a storyline where he was best in the world. At the end of the day, Shane McMahon booked himself to be number 30 in the Royal Rumble. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
Shane McMahon tore both of his quads in front of WrestleMania crowd. And that whole moment, he was removed from that moment entirely, replaced with Snoop Dogg. Like, at the end of the day, Shane McMahon's not a needle mover. Like,
Well, he
you could
would
have
for AEW because he's a McMahon.
you could have had Shane's son, the football player, show up on AEW, and that would be
No,
a
his son will not.
McMahon. That would be a McMahon on AEW. It wouldn't move the needle. Like it wouldn't matter, and
He
people
might
could
move the needle
report
for
a
a little
McMahon's at
bit.
AEW.
It'd be like if well if Vince McMahon no if Eric Bischoff appeared on WWE, that actually back in the wall the Monday Night Wars, that would have been a movie. That would have been big. It's just the name McMahon. I mean, yeah, it's not Vince, but McMahon actually might actually get eyes on
Like
AEW more though.
the
Some
only
because
thing that I would want Shane to do is reveal himself as the secret like buyer of AEW, right? Like, the name on the contract does say
what he should
McMahon,
do?
you know.
He should be the one supplying. He should be the one financial backer of the elite.
Yeah. Like or like
Elite.
he took it from the elite. Like he bought
Oh
out
yeah,
the elite.
and
And
he's
he
so
comes
he
in
should be,
as a heel Mr. McMahon. Because they can use
yeah.
there's nothing stopping them using
Have him
Mr. McMahon.
have him actually be the financial backer of the current elite with the Young Bucks, Okada, and Jungle Boy.
Or
Be like that.
something.
Be like
Make him a heel GM
yeah,
role.
yeah. Make him a heel
Because
GM.
Tony
role.
can't do it, and the Bucks wrestle, so it doesn't work for them.
No. Shane McMahon, even though it won't happen, but Shane McMahon should pull up the fate of AEW is not in my hands. I own AEW, even though we
Yeah, like that's what's gonna happen is he's gonna do the name on the contract does say McMahon, you know, or like or like when I bought WCW back in 19 whatever, you know,
2001.
or 2001, I actually have it in the contract that any wrestling show on TNT becomes mine. You know, like, come on, writes itself. But if it's just like a one appearance of like, because AEW likes to do like one
Jericho
off
could make
appearance,
fun of his sister.
he's the
Dynamite.
Joker.
You can make fun
Yeah,
of
Jericho would be
Jericho.
like, Jericho can be like, your sister,
He's still a
you know,
whole bag.
sister's still a hoe. Yeah. Yeah, like that's the only, if it's just a one-off appearance just to think Shane McMahon's a draw just to pop a rating, then you're getting Vince level of like do one thing once to pop a rating, you know.
If Vince had no heat on him, if he was not in legal trouble, if he wasn't going through what he is, and he just happened to decide to sell WWE because he's done with it. You know what? I'm done. I'm gonna retire. I'll sell WWE. If Vince didn't have any of that stuff, and Vince joined AEW, do you know how big that would be for AEW in the wrestling world?
It'd be big. It would be cancer for AEW. Vince joining it'd be like if Hogan joining AEW would be big names. It's a cancer. It killed TNA.
What about The Rock? The Rock would be like,
the Rock would be big.
This is the Rock show now, Tony.
The final boss showing up to AEW would be crazy. Still probably wouldn't pop a rating because no one cares about. Yeah. No, it was the Jeffrey Epstein. He said AEW is Pepsi and WWE is Jeffrey Epstein. And it was like, that's not correct.
No, he said Harvey Weinstein.
No, it was Harvey Weinstein. That's what I meant. Yeah, it's Harvey Weinstein. That's what I meant. But no, it's like
Jeffrey Epstein.
No, AEW, their ratings are getting to be where NXT is going to surpass them. If I'm Shane McMahon, I'm like, why am I going over there? Like, do you want to fight Chris Jericho that bad? Do you want to fight?
Unless he really hates how that. Maybe he just has maybe he's not thrilled about WWE owned by somebody else and not McMahon. It's not one in the family.
I guess, but like
bitter.
Go to him and Impact would make more sense. Like him and Impact could be bigger.
That would boost Impact a lot. Him and Impact.
A McMahon like Shane. Like Shane is the TNA of the McMahons. Like
the TNA of the McMahons.
of the McMahon family, he is the TNA. You know.
He's an asses up to you of the McMahon family.
Well, the total nonstop action of no. Stephanie Stephanie is the TNA of the other TNA.
I'm kidding. Yeah, we don't tire for NWA champion.
Linda is the control your narrative of the.
That's that. That's where Ethan the Third, Killer Cross, and like Braun Strowman started that, and there was like no rules or anything like that. I don't know.
It was like it was all just like it was the QAnon wrestling show, is what everyone called it.
Well, that's like a month.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's even still around.
Sure, but they really have a guy like Joe Henry. His name is Orange Cassidy.
I think that's a different gimmick, though, is what I'd say.
Know, but you know.
Have you heard Joe Hendry's theme, though? That's all I got to ask.
No.
Oh, you haven't heard Joe Hendry's? That's why you're not a believer. I haven't seen Joe Hendry wrestle a single match or cut a single promo. All I needed to hear was his theme. So you need to watch Joe Hendry's theme and his Titantron, his modern one, and then you'll be a believer of Joe Hendry.
But here's the thing, Red. So WWE always has the same people. They're always showcasing the same people on the roster too. Like, if you know this, it's always the same wrestlers on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. It's I can't play his theme. I'll get hit.
I don't know. He owns it. It's a Ring of Honor. It's Ring of Honor, but it's like he made it.
I still might get hit.
Well, can you listen to it? We'll listen to it when the stream's over.
Okay.
We'll play it if you don't go too late.
I'm not going to. Well, I do have another stream later tonight, like around 10:30.
Well, I mean, like before Tony's stream starts. I mean, whenever that's.
Oh yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk, Red. We'll talk. But you have to make sure you look like You have to make sure you look like Larry. Okay, homeless Larry.
Yeah, gotta have LG's face.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's a prerequisite. Hater. Actually, I'm making.
Trust me,
I'm gonna make a. I'm gonna make a new YouTube channel. Joe Henry Detractor channel.
I don't believe in Joe Hendry. Like the scene in Peter Pan 2, when it's like, no,
Oh,
like, you don't believe in Tinkerbell and she dies, or she almost is dying, then you gotta learn to believe in Joe Hendry. He needs you to believe in him or he will die, Aaron.
he'll die if I don't believe in him.
He'll
What
die
do I
if you
get
don't
out of
believe in
it?
him. Well,
What
you
do I
got
get
it.
out of it?
He's loved in London, Paris, and Tokyo, Canada,
What's that do for me?
Scotland, America, Scotland, Canada, and Mexico. I
So
believe in
much for
Joe
the
Hendry.
wrestlers. Except CM
They,
Punk, he's not welcome in Scotland ever again. I think he's banned from
no,
entering Scotland.
he's banned.
I'm pretty
Which
sure.
I couldn't talk about that because I wasn't here. But no, Drew should have won that, man. Like, what I booked was so much better than what happened. We'll see what happens, but I think
Now
I
we
think
got.
CM Punk is gonna get. I think Punk's getting murdered on Friday.
And
I think Drew's
I
gonna
think.
show up with a gun and he's going to shoot that man cold dead in the streets
Yeah,
of Chicago.
yeah. He's not. Yeah, man. True. I think Seth Rollins is taking the title back from Damon Priest.
I don't know about that.
Well, you want
I think
Damon Priest
Gunther's gonna
versus
take.
Gunther? I still think Gunther would take the title from Seth or Damon
If
Priest.
Seth takes the title from Priest and then loses it to
I, I
Gunther,
just, I just, I mean, I just
that
find
hurts
it a
Seth a
storyline more
lot.
interesting to be Seth and Gunther than Damon Priest and Gunther.
I don't even know if I want Gunther to win it this early. Just because then I feel like if Gunther wins it, when's he gonna lose it, right?
I'm waiting for
They,
when Judgment Day is
they
eventually
stack.
implode. I'm waiting for Judgment Day is gonna implode because, like,
Yeah, it's real close.
yeah,
Liv is definitely helping the explosion. She's drawing it. She's
she's
edging the explosion. She's
she's
really
part of
drawing
it.
it out and making
Also,
sure
Finn Balor.
sure
They're not trusting Finn Balor either. Damon Priest.
I
Not
did like Finn's like I of course I'm gonna cash in on Cody and then like his little
Yeah.
Finn versus Cody has to happen.
When
That'd be a good feud.
when he said that, right? It means that he's not cashing in on Cody. He's gonna probably cash it on.
Well, he's
more
not
like
winning the
Damon
brief.
Priest.
He's not winning the briefcase.
He's not winning the
He's not winning.
briefcase. No.
Even though
But, like,
I would give it to Finn. Finn needs to win a title. Like Priest shouldn't have that belt. Finn needs to be a main event guy. They got to break up Judgment Day. They just got to. Carlito's there for no
It's
reason.
so he's just there because he like Dominic. He doesn't like the LWO. He's like,
Yeah, but like Carlito can hang out with them as like a liaison, but like R-Truth
I
couldn't.
know Dominic. I know Dominic's gonna leave the Judgment Day because I have a feeling he is gonna line himself with Liv. I think he's gonna turn Rhea.
Yeah, I think so. I think the moment that they do something, that's when Rhea's music will hit. And then the crowd's gonna be like, "Oh God, he's gonna die." You know?
And I do think he's gonna line himself with Liv. I really think it's gonna happen.
Probably.
Because
But I also feel like
they're gonna turn Rhea
at this
face.
moment, I don't see why he would. So they have to kind of like, because even then, Priest literally told her like, you're messing with his head. You don't like him. This is just part of the revenge tour. So I feel like if Dominic were to be like, "Oh, Liv, I do love you," and go and like kiss him, Liv would like turn away and like laugh at him, like you know. And then that's when Rhea's music would hit. She'd start feuding with Liv, and then Rhea would look at Dom like,
no,
Daddy Wade like, "Please."
Daddy Wade comes and be like, "I know it's like son getting your broken heart. I know it's like."
I don't think he does. I don't think Ray does. Ray married his high school sweetheart. Like, I don't think he.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess.
Hard as ever
Yes,
looking,
yeah, that's true. That's
Um,
true.
yeah. So I
No,
don't.
there's no way you're squashing Seth, man. Come on. First of all, I hope he can walk and wrestle with his bad knee.
Yeah. So the live thing, I like watching it. It's interesting, but as far as for Dom's character, you could honestly, if you were booking this, you could make this a babyface turn for Dom. Really, like if they book it right, like
Oh
if the Judgment
yeah.
Day kick him out and Liv manipulates him and he's just like the victim of the Judgment Day, like being like paranoid about him, they kick him out, and then maybe Rhea
I really.
like kicks him to the side, or Rhea's gone for still a long time, and then Liv like tricks him, and then like you're an idiot, Dom, and then he's all like, and then maybe you might be able to make it a babyface thing. Dom, it'd be
Babyface
crazy
Dom.
if you choose
I
to
mean,
give Liv Dom's heat.
hey, we have you listening to this? If Dom does betray you and joins Liv, you could be my mommy. But Liv too could be my mommy too. Or she could call me daddy too. They both can.
No, then that's weird. It's like then Liv is or Rhea is Liv's grandma. That's weird.
No, they could
That
both
ain't
call me
right.
mom, daddy.
No, because Rhea's not going to do that. She
I-
makes you call her mommy. And
That's true.
Liv calls you daddy. Then Liv calls Rhea grandmommy. Like I don't make the rules.
You know, Dom should go to this. You know, Dom should just go to the room and go up to them and be like, ladies, there's plenty of Dom for the both of you. And he probably gets. What if Rhea and Liv just end up joining forces, team up as a tag team, just and slap Dom because Dom's like, there's plenty enough for
No,
both of you.
well, because that's the thing. If Dom was being a sleaze and being all like, I don't care
Santino
about Rhea,
Marella when he did that.
like
Santino Marella,
like
remember that?
if he was the one pushing on Liv, then he'd get the heat, and it'd be like, oh, he's a sleaze. He's got his mustache, his mullet, but
Hey,
he's
Eddie
like
Guerrero,
loyal.
Latino Heat.
He's being loyal to Rhea this whole time, so that's why I feel like if they wanted to, you could leverage this into a face turn.
do it, Red. Oh my god. Do it.
I'm telling you guys, he's gonna listen to the theme, and it'll be clear why he
Here.
needs to believe in Joe Hendry.
Little small break in between for 10-second break. Here, if you like X-Men, here's something fun for you guys.
Cyclops! I know how you feel about it, Wolverine, but...
You couldn't hear me, but I did that. You know nothing, little man. I knew exactly what line that was.
Did Liv Morgan leave both? Yes, she said she was single in an interview. Yes, a recent interview. Yes.
If they were ever together.
The rumor is, from what I heard, both Dallas when be in bed with Liv and the Uncle Howdy get up. Liv didn't want
Oh please. Get out of here with that, Aaron.
And he wanted Liv to call him in foreplay in bed, Uncle Howdy.
No, because Liv only calls people
Oh.
daddy. She doesn't call people uncle.
You know how in the West, in Texas and some places, some states they call people howdy. They say howdy as in hi.
Yeah, they don't call people howdy. They say that.
Yeah, they say that, right? Hi. When they're when they're doing it in bed, she yells out howdy when she's on top. Instead of saying hi, it's saying it's her name. Babe.
You say hi while you're having
Howdy.
sex, Aaron?
No, well, she's on.
No, but
well,
like,
she's
how
on
is he?
top.
Why is he saying
No,
howdy though?
Listen. She's on top of him having sex.
I get what you're saying. It just doesn't make any sense.
And you say howdy. Her name. You moan out. She moans out Uncle Howdy's. She moans out both out.
Just take this
howdy.
bit out back and just pull the ripcord on this bit, Aaron. Like you're not gonna be able to recover.
What was she? I don't think Bo was in that video. Was she in that video?
Maybe he was in the
that was
passenger
December,
seat.
right? That was December, I believe, right?
I'm asking Aaron, but not me, Jan. See how it is, Jan. I'm here too. Like same thing on Saturday. You only ask Tony the questions in the Ask Us Anything. You only ask Aaron questions here.
You ask Tony questions he can't answer.
When I start streaming on my channel, I expect you to ask me random questions, Jan. I'll pretend to know. I'll pretend to know what an amico is.
If you want,
Mark.
If you ask Tony, Joe Henry questions, he's never going to give you. He doesn't know anything, right?
No. Tony believes in Joe Hendry. See, Aaron, he even said he's never seen him really wrestle, but he believes in Joe. All you need to do is hear the theme, and you believe in Joe Hendry. That's all you need to do. I'm telling you. I haven't watched a single Joe Hendry parody. All I've seen of Joe Hendry is the theme, and that's it. And then his appearance on NXT, but that's it. Like I haven't seen any of his parodies. I haven't watched them yet. I keep forgetting to. But
all right. So Goldberg, he actually said this.
I didn't even see the Goldberg news.
He says actually a couple times before. He says he's open to having one more match. So this is not really new.
Oh yeah, they all say that.
Yeah. 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 Oh well. Yeah. Yeah. He's open to having one more match. Yeah. He could wrestle a broomstick like Kenny Omega did. He got a match.
Wrestle Invisible Man. Let Invisible Man.
How about him and Bret Hart one more match?
Bret Hart would only do it if he got like a gun. Shoot Goldberg.
Shoot Goldberg. Oh my god. How about a gun?
Goldberg's just, if Goldberg can fight one guy, right? I'll allow him to fight one guy. It's a squash, and it's Braun Breaker, and Braun squashes him. He spears him 1, 2, 3. It's over. Goldberg's last match is a squash. It ends how it began, and he puts over Braun, and it's 1,000 times better.
Oh yeah, I like that because Braun Breaker gives me some Goldberg vibes. So a better version of Goldberg.
Yeah, without the bad booking, and Braun is able to have a long match. He's able to have a long match if he has to.
Yeah, and he's so much better as a heel too. As a babyface, he was really white meat babyface. When he turned heel, you saw more of a Steiner personality coming out of him. I know he's the son of Rick. He's acting more like Scott as a heel. He's like Scott personality wise, but looks like his father. He looks like Rick Steiner.
Yeah,
but acts like Scott Steiner.
He sounds like Scott. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
He's got that. This goes out to all my freaks out there.
Look,
Big Papa Pun. It's your hookup.
His spear is good because there's so many wrestlers now that do the spear in WWE. I mean, I personally think Jey Uso should cut out the spear because I think his spear.
Yeah,
is terrible.
The Usos just need a whole rework.
I think the spear should not be for smaller wrestlers like Jey Uso.
Jan.
I mean,
say his name and he retires. Say his name and he retires. Yeah, like the spear.
It doesn't look good for small wrestlers.
It needed to even Edge's spear worked because he hit it so fast and kind of like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But it works best like the gore when it's just a huge man charging right at you. With Braun, he has the speed of Edge with the power of Rhino's gore. So that's what helps it. Like even Goldberg didn't run at top speed to spear a guy.
But he kind of
just he ran at him with the power. Like I said, Braun's got both, and that's what helps his spear out a lot.
Because Goldberg did not set up the spear, right? He didn't set up the spear. He just did it. Well, he did set up the spear actually. Goldberg did set up
Yeah,
the
a few
spear.
times, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
But Roman's
So did
spear
Roman.
is more of like a final nail in the coffin, whereas Braun's
I
is strong enough to start the match with
I think
and kill you.
the good spears is just power and speed, and when the guys are actually have decent elevation in the air, you know.
Yeah,
But Jey Uso
'cause
does stuff like that.
then you're shoulder tackling them in the
Yeah,
abdomen, picking
but
them up and then slamming them down.
I know Charlotte Flair is big for a woman, right? She doesn't do a good spear either.
Charlotte does a spear?
Charlotte Flair, yeah, she does a spear. Yeah, she's done it a couple times.
Can't.
Not very good.
A couple. It's like just not in like a common move for her though.
No, like
She does natural selection.
I know with a spear, technically you're supposed to grab your opponent, right? But it's supposed to look like a
Yeah.
tackle. But with some wrestlers, it really looks like they're actually really, really grabbing their opponent. But it's like that's why the power doesn't look as good. Where like
Yeah.
it's like this. You know how some wrestlers can make a splash look good? You got like Montez Ford, RVD, because they get high elevation. There's just some wrestlers that
Yeah.
make moves look better than others, right?
A lot of
Goldberg
it.
takes actually with this spear.
A lot of it with the splash, like with Montez's splash, it's the impact, it's the bounce off of the person that makes it look better.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh, and it's like, man, they came down with such momentum, they bounced off. That's what it is.
Yes, he should have. He probably should have won that. But
That was that reign of terror.
Triple H, yeah, Evolution Triple H. Triple H. Triple H was winning. Wasn't putting anybody over that time.
Yeah.
That's why Goldberg left, man. One of the reasons why Triple H had no really interest to really put Goldberg over, even though he kind of did when Goldberg took the title off of him. But Goldberg. The reason why Goldberg left after 1 year is because of the backstage politics and antics of WWE, and didn't really feel welcome there. But yeah, he should have won that elimination match because he was killing it. He was killing that match. And then Triple H took it all away from him. What time is Tony doing a stream tonight?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Oh, well, it is 8 o'clock now.
Luckily, 8 o'clock my time, so in an hour.
9. 9.
Okay. Yeah. Luckily, Triple H never buried any former WCW guys after that moment.
Because he did bury Booker T in the same year. That's true.
I was talking about Sting. I was talking about Sting. I was talking about Sting years later.
Yeah. Booker T did rest. Booker T had a WrestleMania match with Triple H in the same year as Goldberg.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just in general, he just kept doing it. He just kept burying. He's like they always used him. Used him to bury WCW.
That year, 2002, 2023, 3 WCW guys he kind of buried: Scott Steiner, Booker T.
Yep.
Kevin Nash. Well, Kevin Nash wasn't much of a burial. I mean, like
Kevin Nash don't count.
And
Kevin Nash has worked for everyone.
And he's buddies with Kevin Nash, right? So it wasn't really like a burial, right? Like
it's not burial, but Kevin Nash would never say he ever got buried.
Goldberg did Who cares?
Do you ever see the shoot interview where Kevin Nash talked about how he would book ending the Undertaker streak or something? Or like he'd basically be like, "Oh, I take the Undertaker streak." And then I give
I only have this in Twitch and
Weird.
Twitter. I really don't use Twitter that much either. So Twitch that much. No, I don't have Rumble. And I don't think doing wrestling on the Rumble channel will get me anywhere, honestly. Is that what he
unless you're willing to say N words. They're not gonna.
Yeah, that's not me, man. I'm not. No.
Could you, man? That'd be the weirdest wrestling coverage ever if it's like racist. Like that would be like.
But wrestling itself, like, I mean, there's a lot of racism involved in the storylines of wrestling for years.
Unless you're able to like talk about like Like if you made it more like sexual, like that you could do that easy.
Oh yeah. Oh, you could probably get away with more sexuals talking about more sexual.
We're
stuff.
gonna review this week of All About Wrestling. We're gonna review Paige's leaked sex tapes. We're gonna watch the triple threat match
Next
with Brad
Monday.
Maddox, Paige, and Xavier Woods.
Next Monday. We're gonna go over.
Frame by frame
all that.
analysis of.
We're gonna go over
Paige.
this. We're gonna do the sex life celebration, Angelina.
The live sex celebration. We're gonna
We're gonna analyze it.
Look at Lita's nip slip. That's weird too. Lita had a nip slip during that because she still actually stripped under the bed, even though no one could see.
Yeah,
it.
she did.
Like even thinking that, it's like close. They throw the bra off and throw like the pant, but like you can just have the like gimmick like fake underwear that she didn't actually wear and just throw, like, you know, like why? I'll never understand.
Oh, I know, Red. I know. You don't have to warn me twice, man. I know that's
Don't warn me with a good time.
I mean, tell Finbar that. Who leaked Paige's video? Probably Brett Maddox. I don't know. That was so long
I think it was just they hacked her hard, like her iCloud or whatever. I think that's how they got. That's how they got everyone back then.
She was going through that. She was in a relationship with Alberto Del Rio at that time, right? When that got.
Yeah, that thing was a.
It was a mess. And she got
Alberto Del Rio. I think he's still wanted for federal crimes, and he can't enter.
I know Paige is hot. Paige is hot, but she was hot when she didn't get a boob job or anything work done on her. You know, she was hot.
She'll say like when you show her like NXT Paige, like that she's not beautiful there because she's sad and unhappy. But there was that point where she had. Like after the Absolution Paige era with the Paige ear, you know, she had those big. She had those lip fillers, and she had like the. I don't mind her body shape, but it was like the lip fillers and the heavy makeup was when it was weird. And you just every picture you'd see her like got a new tattoo. She got Alberto Del Rio's like name tattooed on her. Like
Alberto Del Rio's wreck. Alberto Del Rio, man, there's a lot of stuff about Alberto Del Rio that's shameful, man.
I said he's I think he's still wanted for federal crimes. He can't enter the United States. He's hiding in Mexico.
He still used to just wear a mask and become a luchador. He joined the LWO.
I liked Alberto Del Rio too I liked Alberto Del Rio back in the day when he like first like that SmackDown when he first debuted.
You know,
Alberto Del Rio.
If he came in years earlier, I would love to see him in a feud with Eddie Guerrero. You got like the witch Latino wrestler, right? Versus the guy Lie, Cheech, and Steel. That would have been great.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Like, right? Like that would be like I know people are going to say,
even
like you can have a Mexican versus Mexican. Like
super crazy or Kerwin White even.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine him feuding with Kerwin White.
Oh, that's Chavo.
Yeah, Chavo, and he's the wearing whiteface.
Was he? Yeah.
He's a white guy.
Yeah. Oof. I don't blame Chavo for that because he was just bad. Oh my god. Do you remember the racist team of the Mexicools? Where they had Havucha Guerra, Psychosis, and Super Crazy on tractors coming down to the ring?
They're on lawnmowers, not tractors.
Lawnmowers, yeah.
Lawnmowers.
Yeah. Imagine now.
Like even when they had the Hunico and Camacho being the Mexican gangsters, and then Camacho later became a member of the Bloodline. The Mexican man turned Samoan.
Yeah, he wasn't even Mexican. It was Samoan the whole time.
Just like how Deuce and Domino, one of them was an Italian. He was Islander he was Jimmy Snuka's son.
Yeah. Jimmy Snuka's son. Yeah. I think that
Deuce and Domino. Deuce and Domino, like, because that's when I started watching. Was when Deuce and Domino was there, and it was like that's always like
they were like
wild
50s,
times.
Right? They're like a classic.
Yeah, they were grease. They were 50s greasers.
Greasers, right? Yeah.
It was like
they were.
It was goofy, but it was back then. It was like that's what you had, man. Like we had Chuck Palumbo, Michelle McCool, and Deuce Domino and
The
Cherry, and
biker, Chuck
we had
McClumbo was a biker. After when
um
he was with Billy Gunn, we used to be in tag team with Billy Gunn.
yeah, Chuck Palumbo is the biker is what we saw back then.
Yes, he did.
And Rey Mysterio and you.
Oh my God, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio being there at the time and how it's like he was the top guy of that era of SmackDown.
Who Albert Del Rio was me.
No, Alberto Mysterio, Alberto came later. I was like,
Oh
came
yeah.
like later.
Yeah. Oh my God, blackface. Yeah, that was the DX when they're mimicking the Nation.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, he didn't need one. Don't worry. I remember that. I remember that. What else? What else is there to talk about today? Let's see what else is there to talk about. Because I'm purposely saving stuff for Monday. You know,
Yeah.
because we also got SmackDown tomorrow. So, let's see. Hardys. What's the status of the Hardys in Impact?
I think they're both there now.
They haven't technically. They have not officially signed. They're not officially signed. They're still free
I don't
agents.
I don't want them in WWE though. I don't want them in WWE. I don't care. I'm
No.
so hardied out.
So they're
Man.
they're getting paid by appearance. They're getting paid by
That makes
appearance.
sense.
Oh, okay. Charlotte Flair provides an injury update. Let's see what Charlotte Flair says.
There is no news. You always get that with wrestling articles where it's just like it's an update. There's no news in this update. Like, what? Why is it an update?
Oh no, talk. Uh, yeah. Oh, I guess it's talk. What is that? Go ahead.
I just opened up Squared Circle to read what anyone was talking about, but the NXT ratings are 725,000 viewers for 18 to 48 on Tuesday, ranked number one.
Oh, yes,
ratings
Joe
for
Henry
NXT.
effect. The Joe Henry effect.
Yeah, Joe Henry. They showed up.
Okay, that's nothing today.
There's a report that there's a report that in 2025 the Royal Rumble, future WrestleMania, and SummerSlam will be in Indianapolis.
WrestleMania next year is in Vegas, so it's not 2025.
No, they said WWE to bring 2020. WWE to bring 2025 Royal Rumble. So the 2025 Royal Rumble is in Indianapolis, and then future WrestleMania and SummerSlam down the line.
Okay. So I will let you all know if you're interested in WCW, watch on HBO. Who Killed WCW? It's a 4-part documentary. This week was the 3rd episode. It was about specifically Vince Russo. Next week is the finale of the show. It's only 4 episodes, about 45 minutes long, not an hour long. So I suggest you watch it. It's very, really good. It's produced by the Rock's production company, 7 Bucks Theater. I suggest you watch it. It's really, really good. They have interviews by Bischoff, Vince Russo in last week's episode, Kevin Nash, Conan, Kevin Sullivan, Bret Hart, Goldberg, some former Turner executives, and so on. I suggest you check it out because WCW, man, if you're running around, WCW was huge, and the wars between WWE and WCW were some of the best times in the world of not just wrestling, but in pop culture in general, because wrestling was a pop culture phenomenon in the late '90s. So I suggest you guys check it out on HBO or whatever channel at Warner Brothers uses
Wherever
in your country.
wherever books are sold.
Oh yeah, wherever books are sold. I'm kidding. Okay, but yeah, I have nothing else to talk about today. Obviously, we're going to talk about It's All About Wrestling episode I think 111, 112. We're probably going to talk about some same stuff. Maybe the Wyatt the faction shows up on SmackDown. Maybe I would think so. Uh, and we'll talk about some
Maybe.
SmackDown stuff and some more Raw stuff. Um, and whatever news pops up between then and Monday. So for that, Razor, promote yourself.
Subscribe to Wizard of Wordplay. Eventually I'm gonna start streaming my own, possibly. Subscribe to Frog Tony to see me on other panels in the meantime.
Okay, I don't think Joe Henry's been on NXT TV. There's no way he's gonna come on my channel with 5 people watching. Okay.
Well, see, it's very simple. All you got to do is say his name, and he
Oh
appears.
yeah. I mean, I'd be a dream.
We're watching. We're watching this. We're gonna watch this because really quick, we're gonna watch this after the stream ends. Once you pull it up,
Yeah.
we're gonna watch
Yeah.
it.
But if I could get any wrestler on, man, I'll be more than happy. MJF theme
Even
song should be good.
Ryback.
Oh, I'm gonna get right back. Yeah. So this, yeah, I'm gonna make 2 new channels. So
And if you DM'd Ryback the link, there's at least a 50-50 shot he'd come on.
I want to retweet. I want to tweet at him. I haven't retweeted, so maybe I get more people watching.
Well, yeah, but if you tweet the link, then everyone will have the link. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like the actual
Well,
like.
I'll retweet my YouTube. I'll retweet he retweets a YouTube channel.
No, I'm just saying. No, if you send him the StreamYard link, there's a 50-50 shot he'd come on. That's all I'm saying. All you gotta do is click on it.
Is it his DMs open?
Well, if you pay for Twitter Blue, you can just do it.
Oh, he doesn't have DMs. I'm not paying for Twitter Blue.
I'm just saying, you want Ryback or not?
What about Joe Henry? Does he have his DMs open?
I doubt that.
Joe
Aaron's
Henry's
now
DMs is open.
Oh, I was saying Aaron's now gonna look at every single wrestler to see who we can send the link to.
Oh, I have to get premium to message him. Well, squee.
That's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
you have to. If you have premium, you can message everyone.
There's my first video on Joe Henry for you, John. I'm not. You have to pay to DM Joe Henry. There.
Unless you get him to follow you.
I don't think. Oh, you know who follows me? Natalia.
Natalia follows
Cena
you?
Yeah, Natalia follows me. Merch asked her.
John Cena follows Leighton. I saw.
Cena follows everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
Cena follows me.
I have Ethan Van Sciver follows me.
Yeah, but that's not John Cena, man. Like John Cena's
I
different.
know, but it's co-creator of Atrocitus.
Yeah, but like, I also have. Who else I have follow me? Oh, that's about it. A cameo. Yeah, I could get them to do cameos, promote my stuff.
Yeah, Rich was going through the cameos and he for like to do something funny with like Eric, and he got a Brutus the Barber beefcake. Like he was looking at that. We were talking about like you gotta get Brutus the Barber beefcake. Talking about he's gonna shave.
I want to get Hogan on my. I want to get Hogan on my show, and I don't care if he
You'll
tells lies.
never in 1,000 years get Hogan on. You can get a Hulk Hogan impersonator. Never in 1,000 years.
But I don't. If I ever got Hogan, I don't care if it's lies. I'll just be happy to get Hogan on.
You can get like Greg the Hammer Valentine or something if he's not dead.
Oh, get Mick Foley on. Have a nice day. But yeah. So check on Monday, guys. It's all about wrestling. I hope you enjoy SmackDown. If you watch AEW Collision, I don't think there's any premium live events this weekend. I know there's next week is Japan, Forbidden Door, AEW Forbidden Door, and then the week after is Money in the Bank weekend, and I won't be I won't be going to Money in the Bank at Toronto because tickets are too expensive. But that means I'll be doing a watch along. But NXT Heatwave, I am going to. So there's no watching off that. That you all know, because I'll be there. Okay, I'll be there. Be there live. But the bonus is you'll see some footage. You'll see footage on this channel from NXT Heatwave live. Okay, live.
You stream from or upload
I
during?
I don't know if I can technically stream. That might be illegal. I mean, I upload
No, I
short
don't.
clips.
You can't do
Obviously.
that.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
short
You could do
clips.
shorts. Yeah, you could do
Yeah.
shorts.
Shorts. I can do some YouTube videos too, for a couple minute YouTube videos, like a 1 minute or 2 minute YouTube video, or a short, but you can't really stream. It's illegal. Because I've done it before, man. I've done it before at wrestling events.
They
On
don't-
my main
they don't like you
channel,
doing that.
I recorded a less than a minute video of the Fiend appearing at a live event. So Fiend live in person, like up close, really up close.
Yeah.
And it just felt special. Also, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll definitely see me uploading some stuff for sure. You're just not going to be see me uploading a whole. You're not going to see me stream or video, or just not just streaming. You're not going to see me just videotape a 10-minute match. You're not going to see that. That's illegal.
If anything, if a spot, you'll upload a
Yeah.
short of a spot.
Spot, yeah, or an entrance or whatever, yeah. Stuff, yeah.
If it's like a debut,
Or a debut, yeah. And
when Julia
Yeah.
shows up to stare at
Exactly.
Roxanne or something,
Exactly.
you'll get to see her, just not wrestle. That's my prediction.
Yeah. Sadly. So make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Bye, guys. See you. Oh yeah, one more thing. I might do post reviews on post reviews of the shows. I mean, Raw, SmackDown, AEW, NXT. I might do them again. Okay, I might just let you know. But so yeah, once again, like, share, subscribe, and comment below for the people that are watching on the replay. Later.